we're in my kitchen. This is Monica with Nourished Functional Nutrition, and today I want to talk to you about storing produce. We know that when we come back from the grocery store, we just pretty much put things wherever we think that they should go. But today I want to give you some tips on how to keep your produce fresh longer. So first we're going to start out with the things that you can just leave on the counter. When it comes to root vegetables like potatoes, these are my local red potatoes, I leave these on the counter. You could leave these in your pantry, and they're supposed to be in a cool, dark place, but if I leave them in my pantry, they're gonna grow and I'm gonna forget about them. So that's why I leave them on the counter along with sweet potatoes. And these are pretty much things that we're gonna eat all week. These are yams, sweet potatoes, and garlic. Garlic is the same thing. You're supposed to leave it in a cool, dark place. Onions, same thing. And then all of the winter squashes are gonna be left on the counter also. In addition to that, tomatoes should actually be left on the counter rather than in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator, they tend to get very mealy. So leave your tomatoes on the counter along with any unripened fruit. Anything that you want to make sure that ripens properly, like pears, for example. They may come to you a little bit green. You wanna leave them on the counter, along with avocados. Avocados, they're so expensive, but sometimes we end up buying avocados that are too hard. You can either leave them on the counter or put them in a brown paper bag and then allow them to ripen. Once they're ripe, you can put them in the refrigerator to extend their life, so they'll last a little bit longer. Bananas should be on the counter also because they're high in ethylene gas, and that makes fruit ripen very quickly. So anytime that you put bananas next to something else, they're gonna ripen very quickly. So here we have yellow bananas. I leave them on the counter. And then over here we have green plantains. I don't put these two together because the bananas would make the plantains ripen very quickly, and I like them green. I have a video where I teach you how to make tostones, which are fried green plantains. So I recommend that you can go there and look for that video. Herbs should be in the refrigerator, but here's what I do. This is basil. Basil is the only herb that you should leave on your counter. I put a little bit of filtered water and then I leave my basil on the counter. The rest of my herbs go in my refrigerator. And those herbs are, in this case, cilantro and parsley. So I put a little bit of water in a mason jar and put them in the refrigerator. So while we're here, I want to talk to you about other veggies that I prep and have ready. This seems like a lot of hassle, but it saves you so much time. I have my cauliflower in these glass containers with a lid. They tend to last longer if you do this than if you leave them in a plastic bag. Broccoli. And then what I do with these other veggies is I prep them ahead of time for my salads or any other cooking that I do. So here's radishes, and also for eating them as snacks. Cucumbers. This is shredded zucchini. Shredded zucchini is awesome in soups, salads. You can eat it raw, or you can also add it to stir fry. So this is a staple in our home. It just keeps so well, and it's very handy. And then for snacks, I usually keep celery in sticks already cut up and carrots already cut up in sticks, as well as some shredded carrots. And so, it just seems like this will be like a lot of work, but in actuality, if you have a food processor, you shred beets or carrots or zucchini, put them in jars, and then you're done for the whole week. And then as far as washing and prepping the other veggies, you can do that at the same time. It really saves you a lot of time, because the objective is to be able to eat a lot of vegetables. And when you prep ahead of time, it just makes it so much easier for everybody to use them as snacks or put them in salads really quickly. Taking care of greens is a tricky thing because you want to keep them crisp, yet you want to make sure they're not getting mushy. So what I do is I put my kale here, so I wash it and then I wrap it in a towel. Some websites will tell you that it's good to use paper towels and plastic, but choosing not to use anything that I can't recycle, and I'm trying to protect the environment. So this is what we do in our home. I don't have a lot of lettuce because it goes very fast. What I do is I clean it, I make sure that it's nice and moist, and then I wrap it in these towels. Same with my green onion and spinach. For the spinach, actually, here's what I did. I took one of these containers, the spinach containers, and I saved this. Then I get my spinach from the local co-op and is fresh spinach, and I wrap it again after washing it thoroughly and it's nice and crisp. I wrap it in a kitchen towel and I keep it here in its own container so everybody knows that there's spinach in this container. I really dislike plastic, but this is about the best thing that I could come up with. Some refrigerators have a really cool setting that tells you what your veggies and fruits need as far as humidity. And so right here, it will tell you low humidity and high humidity. The vegetables need high humidity, so you want to move that towards the right. And then your fruits need low humidity. And so we're going to go to the left on that one. That's because that's where the pears and the apples are. And that will keep them fresh longer. Okay, so I want to show you the fruit because apples also have ethylene gas and that also makes other fruit ripen. So I keep my fruit and vegetables separate in my bins. And so here's what this bin looks like. There's citrus fruits, apples, and pears in the refrigerator. If you leave these out, these are going to ripen very quickly and go bad. And so we know that all our fruit is here, and I line my drawers with kitchen towels. That way it keeps the moisture away from the fruit. The veggie side, we have green onions here, same thing as the lettuce. I wash them and then I roll them in here. With mushrooms, I have used these reusable bags. I put mushrooms in here because they need to breathe. Our root vegetables, again, my drawer is lined with a kitchen towel and I put the rest of the veggies in here. So some of the root vegetables, like some rainbow carrots and some whole zucchini, are here. And then in this package right here, I have ginger root. And ginger root and turmeric, what you do is you get the towel moist and then you wrap your root in here, and that will keep it nice and moist and it won't go bad. It will last 7 to 10 days or so. And then I have all of the rest of the herbs that come already in packages from the grocery store. I just keep them in here because I use those very, very fast. And I recommend that you try some herbs in your soups and all of the things that you make because they add a nice they're a fresh addition to all of your meals. So I hope that this was helpful to you. I hope that you got something out of it and that you learned something. There is a downloadable handout that I have on my website, and you can look at the link and download it free from my website at nourishedfunctionalnutrition.com. If you like this video, please don't forget to click on the bell so that you get notified. And if you subscribe, you will always get notified of my new videos. Share it with your friends and family and give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.